Hello, my name is Azaria Wilson, and today I will be discussing the connection between my faith and recursion, with most of its focus on Stack Overflow. Here I'm going to start with a little background. Now, I grew up in the Christian church and I still faithfully attend weekly with my family. And I actually serve in both children's church and in the tech department. Now, my walk with God has actually consisted of both ups and downs. However, I've learned that God gives his hardest battles to his strongest warriors, as it says in Psalms 46, 1-3, where it states that God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore, we will not fear, even though the earth be removed, and though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea, though its waters roar and be troubled, though the mountains shake its swelling. This in some way will relate to the recursion concept that we learned this semester further into this PowerPoint. Now, recursion is a process when a function calls a copy of itself to work on a smaller problem. Now, it's normally used to lessen the amount of functions used in code, preventing from having to broaden the amount of code, so using less code. And it actually results in you getting the same exact result as you would if you hard-coded rather than using less code. Now, recursion consists of two cases. The base case where the function can return the result immediately, and then the recursive case where the function must call itself to break down the problem to a simpler level. Now, stack is used to store a collection of objects, and it uses the LIFO structure, which stands for last in, first out. And it's used to retrieve the recently used object. Things are then filled in the stack and can be filled up to whatever the capacity is. However, when the amount of things inserted is greater than the capacity, it results in a stack overflow, which is an error. Now, a stack overflow is when a stack frame extends beyond the memory region allocated for the stack by definition. Now, I believe that Stack Overflow can completely relate to how we go through many different things in our everyday lives, and we just simply need to put our trust in God, which is the main point. And it may sometimes feel like we've reached our capacity and we can no longer take any more, and it could possibly result in an error, pun intended, just like Stack Overflow, if we were to add anything else to our plate. However, through God, all things are possible, and he can lift all of those cares off of our shoulders, no matter how many there are or how big they are. Also, in relation to Stack Overflow, God's blessings and his plan for us do not have a set capacity. They are endless. And we can always put our problems on God, since he is without limits and there are no errors when it comes to him helping us out. Now, sometimes we get wrapped up in what's going on in the present, that we don't remember that we serve a God that is higher than us and no issue is too large for him. And we also tend to forget to simply just put our faith in him and allow him to handle it. Now, as the Bible comforts us in knowing that we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us, according to Philippians 4:13, now this gives us that confirmation that we need if we are going through a rough time and we feel as though we are alone, but we can just call on him and he's always there for us. Now, after hearing this presentation of how Stack relates to our everyday walk with God, you have learned to let go and let God handle everything that comes our way. Whenever you feel overwhelmed and that your stack of problems is about to overflow, look to God, as 1 Peter 5:7 states that we need to cast all of our worries on him because he cares for us. Thank you for watching.